So we have to talk about Enes Kanter. Like, I hate that this is a relevant topic, but it is. Like, it's one of those things where Enes Kanter was at this game, and through 3 quarters, nobody gave a shit. Nobody gave a shit through 3 quarters. I'm going to be real here. Nobody cared. He was posting on Twitter and people were talking about him. He was doing nothing. He was shit stirring. And look, Enes Kanter's a dumbass. He is, him and Royce White especially, all they're going to do is anything for attention. If I believed that Enes Kanter actually gave one single fuck about women's sports, then my stance on, then this might be a bit different. But like, he clearly doesn't. He clearly doesn't. But Natasha Cloud, why? Why did you go after a fan? And in the case of Enes Kanter, if Enes Kanter didn't stand up and walk towards a player, he took one step towards Natasha Cloud. So yeah, absolutely. People are like, why did he get kicked out when other people didn't for certain things and they got let back in? Because he took a step towards the player. He took a step towards the player. That is why he got kicked out. And Natasha Cloud didn't help, because this was going to be a non-story. This was going to be a nothing burger. And if Natasha Cloud didn't instigate everything, Enes Kanter would have just sat behind the basket. Most people wouldn't have even known he was there, and nothing would have happened. Like, you can like or dislike Enes Kanter all you want, but like, you can't try to fight a fan. And the worst part is that all she has done, Enes Kanter literally has just showed up for attention. No other way of describing it. Like, Enes Kanter is an attention seeker. That's the only reason he was there to that game, was to shit stir. And all that happened was a player got rage baited by him into making Enes Kanter front page news, or in the news again. Enes Kanter showing up to a WNBA game doesn't matter. And it's one of these things where everyone keeps talking about these rallies. I've been to one of these games. It's 10 people. I've seen the videos. It is 10 people standing outside with "We Love Sophie" signs, and then another 10 people standing on the other side opposing them, and neither, like, the general public not barely interacting with either of them. It is just groups standing together doing nothing realistically. And it is irrelevant. It is the most irrelevant thing ever. But it gets made into a much bigger deal when people don't shut up about it. And it's obviously getting made into a much bigger deal when Tash Cloud, who is a player who is already like struggling to keep a spot in the league because teams have deemed her not worth the drama, and then she's tried to fight a spectator. She tried to fight a spectator. And even if you don't like Enes Kanter, and let's be real, the majority of people don't like Enes Kanter. Like, people didn't like him when he was an NBA player. People have not liked Enes Kanter for a long, long, long time. And clearly he showed up to shit stir. He showed up to a game to cause a scene, and Natasha Cloud basically made sure that Enes Kanter got his money's worth from those courtside seats. Like, there is no world in which anyone benefits from Natasha Cloud trying to fight him in the crowd. All Tash Cloud, even if she wanted to make her point, wait till the end of the game. Because then Enes Kanter doesn't get the recognition. That is the only thing that he cares about. That is the only thing that like he cares about at all, is the attention. Because let's be very real. If it does come down to it with the WNBA, that at any stage, a former NBA or a former high-level male basketball player transitions and tries to play in WNBA in an actual case, not the bullshit of Royce White or Enes Kanter are trying to do. If an actual situation where that happens comes to light, or like if that ends up being an actual situation, which has not happened yet in WNBA history, the odds of the WNBA putting in a rule to prevent it are high. But until the situation happens, it's an irrelevant thing that's just causing, especially mid-season, that's causing more outrage. But now, again, you have got a player, or like a player in Tash Cloud, who has essentially gone and given Enes Kanter the attention he desperately craves. And nobody benefits from it. Nobody benefits. At all. But it's it's just annoying looking at it, because what Enes Kanter is doing is like nothing. Everyone's like comparing it to Sophie. It's absolutely nothing to do with what Sophie even said or did. But like, the WNBA at some stage are going to put in a rule. But there's no point backing down to public pressure of Enes Kanter to do it. There's no point. Eventually they will. But all the Tash Cloud has done is benefit Enes Kanter. Is make Enes Kanter relevant again. A player who, again, has not been in the NBA for 5 years. But yeah, it is days without drama in the WNBA, zero. And now you're seeing everything where Caitlin Clark has been blamed for Enes Kanter. I shit you not. We have seen I've seen credential media members blame Caitlin Clark for what Enes Kanter did. I shit you not. I've seen Caitlin Clark get blamed for this. I've seen Caitlin Clark get blamed for Enes Kanter showing up to a game and Tash Cloud trying to fight him. Like, it is ridiculous. It is so dumb. And yeah, he is just, people just giving him exactly what he's wanted. The attention that he's wanted. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to